pleasant moment to you wherever you are watching Ogun State Television. Welcome to the news at 8. I am Adibola Oshomuji. First, the highlight. Governor Abiodun inspects facilities under reconstruction for Gateway Games 2024, promises top-class event. Federal government renews a commitment to fighting poverty with health care, agriculture. Senate okays 15% state funding for regional development commissions. And on the foreign scene, Ugandan court sentences former Lord's Resistance Army commander to 40 years in prison.
On the business segment of the news tonight, Nigeria's external reserves hit 40.2 billion USD. I'll be back with details of these and more on the business segment of the news tonight. I am Siwalade Faison.
And on sports news tonight, PSG and Mbappe logged in dispute as French club snaps court order over €55 million payment. Details of this and more on the sports segment of the news. I am Emmanuel Dasaudu. Stay with us.
The only one who can tell you came to win is you, and you don't have to listen. And don't forget that you can watch us live on Facebook at OGTV and Ogun State Television, YouTube at OGTV Abeokuta, and on OGTV website www.ogtv.com.ng/live. For the latest news and reports, check us on these platforms: X at Ogun TV, Instagram at Ogun State Television, or download OGTV app on Apple Store and Google Play Store. And now to the news in full. Ogun State Governor Prince Dapo Abiodun has promised that the state will host a world-class national sports festival that would have all athletes in a location that will serve as games village. Governor Abiodun said this while inspecting reconstruction of facilities at MKO Abiola Stadium and Alake Sports Center, Ijeja, Abeokuta. He added that the reconstruction is a reflection of his administration's commitment to sports development. Governor's Office correspondent Yusuf Ganiyu reports.
In preparation for the 2024 National Sports Festival in the Gateway State, Governor Dapo Abiodun and his team took out time to inspect the reconstruction of facilities at MKO Abiola Stadium and Alake Sports Center, Ijeja in Abeokuta. While moving around the facilities, Governor Abiodun said he is highly impressed with the level of work done at the stadium, saying the stadium, which is between 30 to 35 years of existence, is now witnessing for the first time such level of reconstruction.
I'm impressed with the level of activities that I've seen at the stadium today. I have been to the location where behind the main pitch, Membo, where the swimming pool, the Olympic-sized swimming pool is being constructed, the warm-up pool, the tennis courts, the handball courts. And now we're here at the main pool itself. We have seen that the pitch itself is being removed. The surface is being prepared in readiness for concrete work and then the eventual laying of the turf. The track itself has been totally removed. The drains have been opened. They're going to ensure that the pitch cambers enough so that when it rains, it drains into the drain to avoid what has happened in the past. The track is also being gotten ready. I'm very satisfied with the level of professionalism that's been demonstrated by the contractors.
Abiodun also said with the level of commitment, when completed, the stadium would rank as one of the best in Nigeria.
We're doing it with a deep sense of commitment and dedication. The way we have committed and implemented all other people-oriented projects across the length and breadth of the state. It is in line with our Ogun standard. We don't do things by cutting corners or in half measures. And I do not have a doubt that by the time this whole reconstruction is completed, this stadium will rank as one of the best leading stadiums anywhere in this country. And it will remain as one of our legacies, proud legacies.
He also stated that the Alake Sports Center is totally being reconstructed, believing that the festival is an opportunity to bring the youth together and engage them, as well as put the state on the world map.
We're also very excited that the Alake Sports Center Ijeja is also being totally reconstructed. Like someone remarked, the last time anything was done was just a mere painting. We want to have a world-class sports festival. It will be the first sports festival where all the athletes are in one location. There will be a games village. So they will all come from that one location and come to where the sporting activities will take place. It's a reflection of our commitment to sports development. We have thought this out properly. We have consultants working day and night to ensure the success of this game.
The governor, however, assured that a media center would be incorporated in the Bureau of Quantity Survey for the construction. Yusuf Ganiyu, OGTV News.
Still in Ogun State, the state governor, Prince Dapo Abeokuta, has assured the people residing along Ijeja-Igbore Road in Abeokuta South local government area of the state that the link bridge after Alake Sports Center will be completed and ready for use by the end of November 2024. Governor Abeokuta gave the assurance during an on-the-spot assessment of work done on the link bridge by the contractor.
Parí wọn ní títí bí oṣù kan ó yẹ kí gbogbo ìyànjú tó bá ti parí ẹ̀ máa ní kán wo títì kan wá bá yín níṣọ̀ pé òun náà tó máa mú ìrẹ̀rùn wá sí ìgbésí ayé Ògùn State òun ní iṣẹ́ tá a gbà àádẹ́ máa ṣe àtúmọ̀ àṣẹ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ.
He also promised people of the area that rehabilitation works would be carried out on the stretch of the road. The governor, while appreciating the people of the area for their patience, said his administration would continue to embark on projects that would positively affect the lives of people of the state. And away from Abeokuta, the state capital, the people of Remo division of Ogun State have expressed confidence in the programs and policies of the Ogun State government in addressing their areas of concern ahead of the 2025 budget cycle. They made this known in their submission during the 2025-2027 medium-term expenditure framework and 2025 budget town hall meeting in Remo division held at Caribou Palace in Shagamu. Matthew Showme completes the report.
Like a pot of soup, people from different local governments under Remo division of Ogun State, ranging from the representatives of their political class, labor unions, CDAs, transport unions, religious bodies, traditional institutions, are here with a list of what they expect to form the ingredients of the 2025 budgets.
There is a budget of inclusiveness, and I think that's the intention of His Excellency Prince Dapo Abeokuta, to make sure that we get our people's voice well embedded, well entrenched in budget planning.
Major issues we have around are our roads, the connecting roads, the inner roads. For our people, I just want them to still have their trust in the governor, to know that he's our son and he will not disappoint us. He's the son of the soil. He knows our pain.
He's a father, he's a mentor that someone should follow. Someone should follow his footsteps. He has been trying well. But last year we were here for the same thing what we are doing today here. And then you can check the budget, and the man is trying to implement what is in the budget.
From requests for the construction of different roads within Remo division to the creation of enabling environment for businesses to thrive, job creation for the youth, more women participation, while the physically challenged were not left out of the demands for them to be catered for in the 2025 budgets.
We are expecting so much in Shagam. I want to believe Shagam people can't wait for this budget to be passed and for the implementation of the budget in Shagam local government.
For our women, we just want to tell the governor to put our women in position. Beg governor to look for us, to look for our women, to look for our children. We thank God that we have good governor.
Governor wa tó débẹ̀ wọ́n máa ń ṣe lójú kan ṣo ní l'Abeokuta bọ́ adẹ̀rí pé àwọn pèsè mẹ́rin inú wa dùn sí gan.
The finance of the budget is critical to the success of it, and the chairman of Ogun State Internal Revenue Services speaks on what will be done to improve the state revenue.
What we are looking more into, GRS, is to what we call expanding the tax net and not just taxing the same people over and over again and increasing the burden.
The people look forward to a budget that will help consolidate the gains of the past years. Matthew, show me OGTV News.
And away from that to agriculture, government at all levels have been admonished to strive and provide facilities that can make private sector thrive in the area of agriculture in order to maximize the value chain provided in the sector. Former President of Nigeria, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, stated this during the official kick-off of technical operation in East Global Business Limited, the producer of Okun rice. Benga Adekoye's report is presented in this package.
Former President of Nigeria, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, paid an unscheduled visit to the Ogun State Agric Service Compound in Ashero, Abeokuta, the production plant of Okun rice, owned by the state government as part of public-private partnership policy of the current administration and the state to drive investment and as well tackle the issue of food insecurity. In his welcome address, the chairman and chief executive officer, Heist Global Business Limited, the producer of Okun rice, Dr. Biodun Onolaja, said the mill has the capacity to produce 10 metric tons of high-quality rice daily in various packaging options.
At Okun rice, we prioritize employment opportunities, sustainable agriculture, and Nigerian food security. Okun rice will be available for purchase by middle of November. Meanwhile, our mill is open to farmers for fertilizer processing. I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to the entire Okun rice meeting for the outstanding cooperation, support, and teamwork. Your effort and teamwork appreciated.
The State Commissioner for Agriculture and Food Security, Bolu Owotomo, represented by Alhaji Suraj Fashola, Director of Planning, Research and Statistics in the ministry, said food security remains one of the key focuses of the Prince Dapo Abiodun-led government. Eka Kumau, the technical partner, Heist Global Business Limited, promised the production of rice that will be sufficient for the people of the state and southwest by extension. President Olusegun Obasanjo, while commending the effort of Okun rice producers, said lack of continuity remained a threat to the physical and infrastructure development in the country.
And what I found ridiculous, after you have not continued, then you come and say for the first time ever, as if Nigeria is just being created today or in your time. Whereas when you go back, some people have done this before. And if we have continued, then our situation will not have been as bad as it is today.
There were goodwill messages from personalities and stakeholders that graced the occasion.
Beneficiaries of the federal government subsidized milled rice sold to Nigerians at the rate of 40,000 naira per bag have commended the President Bola Tinubu-led administration for its intervention, aimed at ensuring food sufficiency in the country. About 18,000 bags allocated to Ogun State have indeed helped cushion the effect of the current economic situation in Nigeria. Bome Adegun visited the capturing and distribution point at Okemoson, Abeokuta. His report.
Another good initiative being flagged off in Ogun State by the governor, Prince Dapo Abiodun, a federal government project that will allow people to buy a subsidized milled rice at the rate of 40,000 naira per bag, as the price of rice at the moment is on the high side and no Nigerian must go to bed hungry.
Many families are grappling with the rising cost of living and inflation and have limited access to basic necessities. The federal government, alongside with the state government, are keenly aware of the need for swift and meaningful interventions to ease these burdens on our people.
Immediately after the flag off, the capturing of beneficiaries through groups and associations begins. Market women, transport officials, civil servants, journalists, pensioners, those in the private sectors, and all others were captured in this program, and no one is left unattended to.
The President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is making efforts to ease the effect of the removal of subsidy, and one of the efforts, we all know that rice is a staple food that every household consumes, and so one of the various efforts is to make this rice available to the general public at a very subsidized rate.
What you need to do is just provide your national identification number and proceed to pay with an ATM card, as it is based on one person, one bag, to ensure wider reach and fairness.
The way it is structured in Ogun is that all sectors is being carried along. Every organization, every sector has representation in the distribution. The distribution template that was adopted is such that it went around all the different sectors. We have for civil servants, we have for federal civil servants, we have for the religious organizations, we have for the CDAs, we have for trade unions, market traders, artisans, people living with disabilities. Every organization, as much as possible, were carried along.
The National Emergency Management Agency official also on the ground to ensure a free and transparent process, which he commended Ogun State for.
It's been a wonderful one. It's a seamless one, like I said. An individual is expected to come with his ATM and NI, and once it is being verified, the person is expected to get it a day after or 2 days.
People are happy that this is coming at this time when the price of rice as a commodity is on the high side, where not everyone can afford it.
As a representative of the pensioner in Ogun State, we want to appreciate the government, especially the federal government, for this gesture at this point in time.
Thankful to the state governor, especially, and then to His Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, who made this opportunity available to us.
It's just very timely and addressing the issues in the country, and it's alleviating so much pressure.
I've been a beneficiary of the rice, and when you consider how things were in the country, when people have to be going through a lot of economic hardship, so I think this gesture is one of many other ways that the federal government can actually cushion this effect of the hardship on the citizen.
Office of the Head of Service is always seen inspecting, monitoring the exercise for the distribution to go as planned. So far, close to 6,000 bags of rice have been distributed in Ogun Central, while the team will proceed to Ogun West and Ogun East to distribute another 6,000 each. Like Oliver Twist, they want the federal government to continue the process as the Yuletide season draws near. Bumi Adigun, OGTV News.
And still on agriculture, in practical demonstration of backyard farming to encourage public servants to imbibe the practice in the face of food shortage in Nigeria, Ogun State Head of Service, Mr. Kendi Onasoya, has taken the lead by cultivating essential crops within the precinct of his residence. This is just as Governor Dapo Abiodun is investing heavily in agriculture to make Ogun State self-sufficient in food supply chain. This came to fore as officials of Ministry of Agriculture, led by the Permanent Secretary, Mrs. Kendi Jokotoye, and officials from Ogun State Agricultural Development Program, had a feel of the garden. Details of the report are presented in this package.
Since the assumption of office in 2019, Governor Abeokuta has consistently made agriculture a core program of his administration in view of the vast arable land and for the purpose of making Ogun State a major food supply chain. Increased succession, policies and investments in rice production, cassava, poultry farming with clusters arrangements, heavily subsidized seedlings, among others, have been pursued relentlessly. At the 2024 World Food Day, the Ministry of Agriculture tilted the celebration towards backyard farming. As the head of service, Mr. Kehinde Onosanya, who flagged off the celebration, used the opportunity to encourage public servants to diversify into backyard farming to grow what they will eat. And a few weeks after, the head of service, Mr. Onosanya, has swung into action to lead the way as officials from the Ministry of Agriculture and Ogun State Agricultural Development Program (OGTV) were in his garden. Speaking on his experience, Mr. Onosanya reiterated the need for public servants to key into backyard farming, noting that with the present economic reality, it is imperative to embrace the initiative. He praised Governor Abeokuta for the giant leap recorded in the agriculture sector and for approving training for civil servants on rudiments of backyard farming by Ministry of Agriculture under the leadership of Honorable Bolu Owotomo.
What I'm demonstrating this morning is to tell our civil servants to continue to use this initiative to develop their pieces of land in their residential areas. Plant what you eat. Apart from this planting of crops, they can also do what we call animal husbandry within their backyard. Poultry production, snairy, and rearing of animals.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Mrs. Kehinde Jokotoye, buttressed the need and enumerated advantages derivable from backyard farming.
Beyond having what we can easily get and eat, I also see it as a good pastime, and it's also a way of bringing our children also to start learning the art of farming and taking charge of what they eat.
Retired acting program manager OGTV also harped on the need for all to embrace small-scale farming that can feed their immediate family.
Ẹ̀rí ẹ̀kúlé wọ́n sìn, a ti gbin tòmátì, a ti gbin ata, a ti gbin ewédú, a ti gbin ọ̀dùnkún pupa tí ó ṣe àǹfààní púpọ̀.
Civil servants were asked to approach Ministry of Agriculture for seedlings while charging them to make judicious use of the seedlings.
Still ahead, federal government empowers young entrepreneurs with $600 million. We will bring you details of this and more after this time out. Glad to know you are still there. The news at 8 continues. The Ogun State Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology, Professor Abayomi Arigbabu, has commended the alumni of Marketing Department of Moshood Abiola Polytechnic Abeokuta Mapoli for giving back to the institution. Professor Arigbabu made this commendation during the commissioning of Legacy House donated by the 94th set of the department, appealing to current students of the institution, other alumni, corporate bodies and philanthropists to emulate the good work by making their quota to develop institutions across the state into desirable position. Professor Arigbabu described Mapoli as one of the most respected institutions in the country, which has produced reputable individuals who have made great impact in various fields of human endeavor, particularly in media space, and joining the student and management to ensure proper care and maintenance of the facility in order to encourage the donors and others to do more.
I want to
commend you, and I want to appeal to other sects to continue to support your institution. Nowhere in the world that government alone bears the cost of education. In most cases, the support of these other groups, alumni, maybe corporate bodies, philanthropists, always helpful in positioning the institution.
Part, Mapoli Rector Dr. Adeokuta described the building as landmark and unique gift, saying it is the biggest of all donations made to the institution by different alumni associations so far. Speaking on behalf of the donors, the president of the 94 set of the marketing department, Mr. Yonju Adelakun, explained that the 150 million naira worth legacy house project was embedded with modern library, lecturers' offices, stores, conference halls and toilet facilities, appreciating the government for its support to ascertain the completion of venture. The federal government has renewed its commitment to tackling poverty through accessible, affordable healthcare and strengthened agricultural initiatives. Highlighting the urgency of addressing pervasive poverty, the government emphasized ongoing policies and programs designed to deepen and expand supportive infrastructure. The coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Ali Pate, emphasized the government commitment to policy reforms aimed at reducing disparities and promoting equitable wealth distribution. Recognizing the critical role of the private sector, the minister noted that empowering small and medium-sized enterprises remains a key focus, acknowledging that such efforts are invaluable in addressing poverty and driving economic growth across Nigeria. Senator Aliyu Sabi, Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, who also emphasized the urgency of addressing the issue, noted that agriculture is essential to Nigeria's development, poverty alleviation, and food security. The federal government has committed $600 million to support young entrepreneurs in Nigeria's burgeoning digital sector, aiming to empower the next generation of innovators. The initiative is designed to provide financial support to young entrepreneurs between the ages of 15 and 35 and to offer access to resources for youth-led startups and small businesses within the technological and digital innovation landscape. The Minister of Finance, Wale Edun, made this disclosure during a panel session at the 2024 annual meetings in Washington, D.C., where he disclosed various initiatives Nigeria has undertaken to support women and entrepreneurs. Edun explained that the initiative's multidimensional support, saying it helps them with startup capital, technology training, and general skill development. He emphasized that the program is structured to empower young Nigerians in ways that traditional systems may not fully address, describing it as a very deliberate, very targeted approach. The Senate has approved 15% from the Consolidated Revenue Fund as source of funding for the newly created Zonal Development Commissions by member state. The approval followed consideration and adoption of the report of the Senate Committee on Special Duties on the bills establishing the commissions. Earlier, the lawmakers were divided over the source of funding for the newly created Zonal Development Commissions. The disagreement emerged during the clause-by-clause consideration of the South-South Development Commission Establishment Bill 2024, which serves as the structural template for other zonal commissions. Central to the debate was the Senate Committee on Special Duties recommendation that 15% of statutory allocations from member states be directed towards funding these commissions. In his remarks, following the passage of the consolidated bills, Akpabio expressed gratitude to the senators for their effort in finalizing the zonal development commissions. Towards promoting and defending cooperative identity, Ogun State Cooperative Federation and Ogun State Ministry of Community Development and Cooperatives have celebrated 2024 International Day of Cooperatives with a call on all to embrace cooperatives to reap its numerous benefits. Toyin Ogundepe's report is presented in this package.
Ogun State Cooperative Federation Limited, or GSCOFED, in collaboration with Ogun State Ministry of Community Development and Cooperatives, celebrated the 2024 International Day of Cooperatives. The ceremony featured insightful interactive panel discussion, which equipped participants with knowledge for smooth cooperative movement. Speaking on the financing housing cooperative estate, the General Manager, Mortgage Bank, Babatope Oyeyinka, said the concept of housing scheme was born out of burning desire to assist members to have access to long-term loans.
The essence of setting up Federal Mortgage Bank is to provide affordable housing to the Nigerian populace. You understand? So coming here is for us to let them understand that they can access mortgage loan at an affordable rate, which you can't find anywhere.
Similarly, in a discussion on the strategic synergy between cooperatives and chambers of commerce, the coordinator, Masima, said there is need for cooperation in order to get more values to move the business forward.
There's need for serious synergy between these two organizations. The chamber movement, which is the voice of the business in Nigeria, so it's these businesses that belongs to the chamber movement. We're talking about the micro, small, medium enterprises, which is the MSMEs, and also the cooperative. I would say that's where the pool of funds is. There's need for serious synergy so that we can advocate for for resuscitation of this cooperative bank.
We have worked with cooperative groups, farmer cooperative groups, to be able to do some capacity building programs, training farmers on good agricultural practices, financial literacy, and also dealing with the nitty-gritty of cooperative formation.
President Ogun State Federation Limited appreciated all for the success of the event, urging individuals to implement the lessons learned for the development of the society.
This conference, our aim and objective is to make sure that we showcase the beauty in cooperative movement. We are trying to showcase what we have. We are trying to make sure that we spread the gospel of cooperative to the entire nook and cranny of the state.
Presentation of gift was done to each panelist in each section of the discussion.
Adeshina Ogunshola have assured the resident of Obafemi Owode local government of his administration's dedication towards ensuring dividends of democracy are evenly spread across all wards of the local government. He stated this during his re-election campaign tour to the local government at Ward 11 at Ajebo, Ogun State. Ayodeji Tomori Oluwumi completes the report.
Gathered here are traditional rulers, residents, artisans, market women, and well-wishers in Ajebo, Obafemi Owode local government to welcome the All Progressives Congress chairman candidate for the local government, Adeshina Ogunshola. They attested that the performance of Adeshina Ogunshola during his first term deserves their support for another tenure.
I happen to be leader of the house in the first term, and he has performed even beyond our own expectation. No matter your political affiliation, you can easily go to him and he will listen to you, and he will definitely provide solution to your needs.
During the first time, he achieved so many awards in various fields, so I have the belief and the trust in him that he's going to deliver.
Check all the walls, you will see his hand there. He really worked, and we want him to continue the good job that he's doing. You know, I'm very proud and happy that the governor give us him again.
We Iyalaja in Obafemi local government, we give all our total support to our ambassador, a reliable person and transparency person.
Political leaders, as well as other members of All Progressives Congress, Obafemi Owode local government, described Ogunshola as a promise keeper and an achiever who should be supported for his re-election bid.
I can attest to it that he has been tested and is trusted. So that is why we are supporting him.
He has done very well, and I know there is still room for opportunity for him to even do better.
If you go to any ward now, you will see that his hands in there. He has started some projects. He needs to go and finish all the projects.
He knows the ingredients of making politics at the grassroots. He has done it before. He was formerly secretary to the council for almost 7 years. He has the experience. He has the knowledge.
Ogunshola appreciates the people of the local government for trooping out en masse with a promise to deliver beyond expectations if given the mandate.
Continuity is what they are clamoring for. I have known the news and crane of Obafemi Owode local government. This will not be the question of where are you starting from. I have done it in the past and I know where to start.
The campaign train later moved to Alapako Oni, Ward 12 of Obafemi Owode local government. Ayodeji Tomori Olunmi, OGTV News.
Unity has been described as a key element for the development of religion. Therefore, faithfuls were admonished to embrace peaceful coexistence amongst themselves. Ogun State Governor Prince Dapo Abiodun made this known at the unification of Ikperu Muslim community held at the Palace of Alakperu of Ikperu, Oba Adeleke Basibo. Ayodeji Tomori Oluwonmi has more in this report.
Seated to witness this auspicious occasion are Ikperu Muslim community, members of Ikperu Development Association, and traditional leaders led by Alakperu of Ikperu, Oba Adeleke Basibo. The purpose of the gathering is to unify Ikperu Muslim community for peaceful coexistence and overall togetherness between two factions who have decided to sheath their swords. Representing Ogun State Governor Prince Dapo Abiodun, Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Ganiu Amzat, appreciates the decision to settle the age-long rift.
If there is no unity, there cannot be, people, you cannot forge ahead. There cannot be any kind of improvement within the society. As a Muslim organization, now that the two chief imams are now one, I think they will continue to, work in harmony for the progress of the community.
Personalities present expressed joy for the development with a charge on the Muslim community to support the roadmap to peace within them.
My advice for them is to be united henceforth now, and we should not be listening to any other word from opposite side. They should forge ahead and make themselves one.
Most issue comes to the followers. When they work with this, but as you can see, we try to preach to them. Even before now, both parties has already succumbed.
This MOU, the duly signed today, will bring enormous development and progress to Muslim community in Peru.
We are working seriously to make sure that we touch the Peru Central Mosque. We are going to reach out to people, we are going to talk to people, to support us. And I'm assuring you that in a couple of months, you will see a lot of difference.
I am extremely happy that it happens. I started it and I ended it well.
The two chief imams of Ikperu promised to work harmoniously for the propagation of Islam.
I am very happy. Even if something can qualify this day beyond happiness, I will use it. But I am very happy.
A memorandum of understanding was then presented to the imams. Ayodeji Tomori Olunmi, OGTV News.
The cake for ripples. Aside the thrill at 90 for General Yakubu Gowon, quintessential officer and gentleman, if ever there was one, is former President Olusegun Obasanjo's remarks at the special lecture marking the epochal birthday ceremony for Nigeria's former military ruler. General Gowon turned 90 on October 19. Obasanjo spoke on October 18. Dr. Akinwumi Adesina, President African Development Bank AFDB, was the guest lecturer. Glimpses tonight serves of a special celebration. To enjoy it.
Yakubu Dan Yuma Jack Gowon, GCFR, was born on the 19th of October 1934. He is a Nigerian former head of state and statesman who led the federal military government war efforts during the Nigerian Civil War. Gowon delivered the famous "No Victor, No Vanquished" speech at the end of the war to promote healing and reconciliation. The Nigerian Civil War is listed as one of the deadliest in modern history.
The tragic chapter of violence is just ended. We are at the dawn of national reconciliation. Once again, we have an opportunity to build a new nation.
He became Nigeria's youngest head of state at the age of 31, known with his calm personality but stern with his decision.
All foreigners in Nigeria are assured of their personal safety and should have no fear of being molested.
Nigerians converged to celebrate this man, whom they all described as a worthy Nigerian who have given all he has to the development of the nation. From the Sultan of Sokoto, African Development Bank President, former presidents of Nigeria, all celebrated General Yakubu Gowon at 90.
Continuity and stability. We owe him immense gratitude for the perseverance and tenacity in keeping this country in one piece and at peace with itself.
It is well within our collective reach and our collective capacities to make it happen. As we celebrate General Gowon's 98th birthday and Nigeria's 64th birthday, let us in unison commit to achieving a global Nigeria.
You are worthy to be nationally celebrated while you are still alive.
The affairs of this country at a reasonably young age. So if he was able to do it well, they should copy him, emulate him, so that they could do what he has done for the country.
Vision and focus was the peace of this country. And we have demonstrated that very, very clearly.
And from the President of Nigeria, Bola Tinubu, represented by the Secretary of the Federal Government, came this.
It's happened. It's just unfortunate they have happened. But we cannot continue to behave like drowned chicken. As Howard said, as human beings, we should be capable of self-pity, but not for so long. We must move ahead.
Congratulations to General Gowon, who turned 90 recently. Do join us next week for another interesting episode of Glimpses. Business news is next with Tiwalade Faison. Do join us.
You're welcome to Business News. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, said that the nation's external reserves has risen to 40.2 billion USD as at October 18, 2024. Deputy Governor Economic and Policy, Mr. Mohammed Abdullahi, disclosed these at a briefing with foreign investors on the sidelines of the ongoing annual meetings of the IMF and World Bank in Washington, D.C. The Deputy Governor Economic Policy, Mohammed Abdullahi, who made the presentation, said that the current level of reserve could accommodate 14.5 months of goods and services import or 18 months for only goods import. He also disclosed that foreign exchange inflow into the country stood at 57 billion USD as of August this year. He added that capital importation had nearly doubled to 6.9 billion as of August 2024, compared with 3.9 USD recorded in the 2023 financial year. The Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Mr. Wale Edu, has confirmed that the federal government would impose 15% value-added tax on luxury goods, adding that total subsidy removal became effective last month. Fielding investors' questions at a meeting on the sidelines of the ongoing IMF World Bank annual meetings in Washington, D.C., it said that a bill before the National Assembly would bring about a situation where rich Nigerians would pay VAT rate that would increase over time to 15%. It clarified, however, that the poor and vulnerable will pay less or zero VAT on essential goods. According to him, the list of such essential goods that would attract zero VAT would be made available to the public in due course. Edu was optimistic that the oil sector was set to increase the accretion of foreign exchange into the market, as according to him, oil production was being ramped up with better security in the oil-producing areas and new investment, especially those announced by Total and ExxonMobil. The Central Bank Governor Olayemi Cardozo has said Nigeria is considering launching a diaspora bond in the United States as part of its strategy to achieve monthly remittance inflow of $1 billion USD. The CBN chief disclosed this during an interview held on the sidelines of the ongoing IMF World Bank autumn meetings in Washington, D.C. Cardozo noted that Nigerians abroad are keen to invest and have already more than doubled the remittances they send home since the current government began implementing sweeping reforms last year. Under the leadership of President Bola Tinubu, Nigeria has been addressing significant economic challenges, including a backlog of foreign exchange payment and high fuel subsidy costs. And that's it on the business segment of the news tonight. Many thanks for watching. Back to Adipola.
Thank you to Alade for the business update. Next is foreign news. With only 11 days left until the 2024 U.S. election, Democrat Kamala Harris and Republican Donald Trump are focusing their effort on Texas. Elsewhere, a former commander of the Lord's Resistance Army rebels was sentenced by a court in Uganda to 40 years in prison for brutal crimes committed by the group during the insurgency that started in the 1980s. Meanwhile, dozens of people in Gaza lost their lives on Friday due to a series of Israeli attacks. Let's now join Tolulokbe Olaoye for the details.